In the name of Jesus Christ, thank you. Take all the glory. In Jesus' precious name. How to force God to meet all your needs from today. I want to show you how you can force God to meet all of your needs from this day forward. Hear me. If you can understand this mystery, your days of lack and want shall be over forever. How to force God to meet all of your needs from this day forward. Let's turn our Bibles to Luke chapter number 21. I will read it from verse 1 to verse 4. And he looked up and saw the rich men casting their gifts into the treasury. This was Jesus Christ in the temple. He was sitting very close to the treasury, and he looked and he saw how the rich men and women and people were casting their gifts, their offerings into the treasury. And he saw also a certain poor widow casting in thither 2 mites. And he said, of a truth, I say unto you, that this poor widow had cast in more than they all. This poor widow has put into the treasury of God, in the temple of God, while they were beggars outside begging. This poor widow who came in with her 2 mites that she could have given to beggars outside, who will go and eat with that and die in poverty, has given more than they all, who put into the treasury for the work of God to be done upon the earth as in heaven. For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the treasury of God. It's not the treasury of Israel. It's not the treasury of Rome. It's not the treasury of the priests. No, it's not the treasury of the church. It is the treasury of God. God has a treasury. Into his treasury, he wants all who want to be free from lack and want to cast in all they have. Look at Jesus. For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the offerings of God. But she of her penury, she of her poverty, she of her impoverishment, of her lack, of her penury, had cast in all the living that she had. All the living that she had, she has cast in all. When she cast in all her living into the treasury of God, and God received her treasure in his treasury, God took over all about her living. She put in all her living into God's work. God took over all her living. If you want God to take over all, you need to live by force. Go and give God all you have to live on. I want to read this from Mark chapter 12, from verse 41. And Jesus sat over against the treasury. This was where Christ positioned himself to see what people were bringing into the treasury of God. He does that in forever. And he behold how they gave, how the people cast money into the treasury. People brought their money into the treasury, and Christ sat over against it to see what they were bringing. And many that were rich cast in much. Maybe billionaires gave in millions. What is millions compared to billions? Maybe those who were rich gave what they could. Jesus saw how many were rich casting their substance into the treasury. And some that had much gave much. Now listen. They gave much. Now listen. Watch this. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which makes a farthing. And he called unto him his disciples and said unto them, Verily, most assuredly, I say unto you, that this poor widow had cast in more in than all they which have cast into the treasury. For all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want, she had lack and want. Out of her want she came and cast in all that she had, even all her living. Can you give God all your living that you need to live and God watch you die? It's impossible. Many in the church are giving God peanuts. Here was a poor widow. After giving, how will she live? That was not her concern. If God cannot take care of me, let me die. Can you do that? Can you say that? Can you behave this way? This is why there's so much lack in the church. This is why there's so much poverty in the church. Because those that should depend on God for their upkeep, for all their living, are struggling to use money to meet their needs, and they are dying in their needs. They are struggling to use their money to meet their physical needs, meet their healing needs, meet their health needs, meet their protection needs, their security needs, meet all their needs. But how far can you go? There are many things money cannot buy. There are many things money cannot give you. If you want to really live, give God your all. She went and gathered all she could, only 2 mites, which makes a farthing, and came and dropped it in the treasury of God, in the offering basket, and went home without a dime. And from that day, she became God's responsibility. I pray that you will hand over your entire being, your household, all you are and have, and let God take over and take care of you. My prayer is that from today, you will never struggle to live. Give God your all and have all of God for all your living. I have done that.